Hey there, guys. My name is Zach Solt. I am a harder, happier, healthier coach. I want to make a video today. The topic of the video, the name of the video is 5 things a man can do right now to become harder, happier, healthier. So let's first start with what does harder, happier, healthier mean? Obviously, harder, get you some hardness, have some strength and stability in your life. Also, it could mean erection, right? That's everybody always says that. What is the harder part of harder, happier, healthier? Harder cannot obviously mean maintaining and having more better erections. So yes, that can mean that. Happier. Obviously, that's pretty self-explanatory. I think we human beings find happiness in helping other people, finding meaning and purpose in their life. And health could be a purpose, right? So for a lot of people, they are happier when they're healthy, and they're healthier when they're happy. So. And then the healthier aspect, so harder, happier, healthier meaning just always moving towards trying to improve, everything in aspect within in terms of your health. And that can mean different things for different people. I'm one of those people that doesn't believe that there's a one size fits all for everybody for health. People say, oh, you're supposed to do it this way, you're supposed to do it this way. Obviously, guys, I coach, the carnivore diet. That works for me, and sometimes it doesn't actually. During certain times of the year, I have to change my diet up and switch it up, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes I'll add some fruit or add certain things in. So let me get to the point of the video. So this is 5 things that any man can do to become harder, happier, and healthier. Number 1, this is probably the most important thing that any man can do to become harder, happier, and healthier. That's eliminate grains and seeds. Okay. Nuts or seeds. So no nuts, no grains, no seeds. Why? Nuts and seeds and grains are the most toxic part of a plant. Okay, they have the most amount of heavy metals, binders, things that disrupt your gut microbiome, things that disrupt your gut permeability, things that disrupt your gut's ability to absorb nutrients, and they are designed to do so. Okay, so that's rice, that's bread, pasta, wheat, quinoa, any sort of seed. I don't care if it's an ancient grain or what have you, it's all the same crap. So if you eliminate seeds and grains from your diet, one, you're going to notice you're going to have a lot less pain, a lot less muscle pain, a lot less back pain, cramps, that kind of thing. It's just going to almost eliminate. Your digestion is going to improve relatively fast. It takes about 7 days to get all that stuff out of your system. So if you eliminate grains and then you eat, you'll go 7 days, that's when you should start to see the results and lack of pain. So I don't know, there's a book out there called No Grain, No Pain, if you guys want to check that out. Second thing you can do, obviously I'm pretty strict carnivore. I tend to, gravitate towards eating just meat, and I'll add a few things in here. I've even had cabbage on occasion, fermented cabbage. The second thing you can do is what I call meat first. Okay, so if you can't, if carnivore seems to be kind of difficult, you have a hard time just eating meat. What I like to do with people is I call it meat first, which means that let's just get the meat in first, right? So we know that you like steak, we know that you like, lamb and different cuts of meat. You like pork. Eat that first, right? So it's a lot easier to get the meat in first, and then see how you feel after. It's like, well, maybe I don't even want to eat this orange or whatever it was you were planning on eating, or broccoli or whatever it was. So if you eat the meat first and you do that with every meal, at least you're getting the things that you need. Okay, we are what we eat. We are not cellulose. We are not fiber. Our bodies are completely made up of water, protein, fat, and different versions of amino acids and fat. So we are definitely not plant-based. We are not plant-based people. We are not made of plants. We do not need any of the nutrients that exist in plants. In fact, we have to convert all plant-based nutrients usually into something else. All of our essential nutrients, and essential means that we must eat them in order to survive. All of our essential nutrients exist in meat only, which means that the same thing cannot be said about plants. We have to eat meat in order to get our essential nutrients to survive. Okay, vegans, only 87% of vegans stick with veganism. Vegans tend to start to have severe health problems at about 10 to 15 years. If you ask any vegan who's been a vegan for 10 years and they haven't, and obviously they can supplement, which may help, but you definitely cannot go that long without meat as a vegan without having severe health problems. So we know this for a fact. Number 3, electrolyte supplements. So most of our bodies are electrical. Okay, we move nutrients in and out of the cell usually by some sort of transporter. Electrolyte deficiency is probably the biggest problem. It causes other problems like zinc, copper, and other minerals. That causes deficiencies in those too. So I always tell people the first thing you do when you wake up, get you either some sort of electrolyte supplement, Relight, LMNT, something like that. Get these minerals into you. I mean, I'm almost 40. I haven't had a single gray hair. I've been taking electrolytes for probably five to 6 years, like pretty heavily. I think that's one of the major causes of gray hair in men, gray hair in your beard, gray hair anywhere, is mineral deficiency, either copper, zinc, magnesium, those kind of things. So if you get these minerals in you and you just start, especially if you're a coffee drinker, coffee and other seeds, coffee is basically seed juice. It's plant juice. Toxic bean juice is what I call it. It prevents absorption of nutrients in your gut. So especially if you're a coffee drinker and you're male, you want to get these nutrients, you want to get these electrolytes in, sodium, potassium, magnesium, big ones, copper, zinc. You want to make sure copper and zinc come in correct ratios. You might want to look that up and find out. I want to tell you what ratios those are, because I don't know it right off the top of my head. I know that you want to get a little bit more zinc than you do copper. But that's really going to help a lot of different things. It's also going to help with vitality and maintaining and achieving erections, if that's something you're trying to accomplish. So let's see. So number 4 would be, a lot of people call it intermittent fasting. I say you need to go a minimum of 16 hours a day without eating, and that can include nighttime, right? So, your 8 hours that you're in bed or 9 hours that you're in bed. If you're me, I'm getting a minimum of 8 hours. Some people get less. You want to go 16 hours minimum a day. If you can go longer, that's probably more optimal, especially if you're a little bit overweight. But you're giving your body a break, right? You're giving your digestion takes a lot of work, takes a lot of energy. Your immune system gets to kind of reset when you do that. So giving yourself 16 hours a day minimum without eating is going to be optimal. All right. So number 5. So this has to go with the happier thing. I think that all of us have something to offer other people. Finding something or somebody in your life that you can share, like for example, these things that I'm telling you, find somebody in your life that you can share these things with and help them achieve something, right? We feel a lot better when we're able to help somebody else and help them achieve harder, happier, and healthier lives. So just find some information out there, learn it, practice it, integrate it into your life, and then see the results, and then actually go out there and try to share that with somebody. So yeah, this video is supposed to be a little bit shorter, but I kind of elaborate on a few things. But my whole goal here was just to give you something you can do immediately, short and sweet, and that will help you obtain health and happiness right away. So if you guys need anything else, feel free to message me. I'm at CarnivoreZ on Instagram. Also have a YouTube channel that's called Carnivore H3, Harder, Happier, Healthier. If you guys need anything, I am here to help. Thank you. Bye.